Welcome everybody to part 2. Welcome back. We're still going through Marble Zone. This is Act 2. Again, I just failed the third special stage, as you've just seen right there. So I only have 2 Chaos Emeralds, the ones I got from Green Hill. So hopefully, I get the rest by the end of the game. Again, so now I'm playing this second one. Like, again, look at all this. I have to push this block, which the lava will carry it, and I have to get to the other side. And there's lava dropping from the ceiling, and enemies all over the place. And it's not an easy zone. Again, those things in the wall can shoot fireballs at you, and the magma is going to be chasing you here. So careful. And there are spikes that hit me. So Again, this is a much more dangerous zone than the first one. I guess this is a wake-up call, I guess you could say. So, again, this isn't a fast-paced zone. You have to wait for these platforms to swing around so you can jump on them or move on them. And watch out for these. These are called caterpillars. So, named after caterpillars. So, clever. So, yeah. I actually haven't talked about Sonic's abilities much. Sonic can jump, as obviously, so can run fast, and I only hold right or left, and he builds more speed as he goes along, so it's pretty simple. He also has one more ability where if you're running and you have some speed, you can push down on the control stick or whatever to roll into a ball, and then you're going to be damaging whatever you run into. By the way, I'll turn path right there to get some rings and an extra life. But it's kind of slow because now I have to ride the block back. But if you're good enough, you can jump back, and I wasn't good enough, so whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much Sonic's abilities. He can roll into a ball, which is helpful. He gets other abilities as the series goes on, but for the first game, he's pretty basic, pretty stiff actually, because if like you want to run up a hill and you stop, you need to regain all of that momentum, so you need to get a running start and whatnot, and you can't instantly access speed unlike other games. Other games will give you means to do that, but not this one. So might be a bit dated by today's standards, definitely dated by today's standards, but hey, it's a game. It's I think it's still fun. I think the platforming holds up pretty well actually, because this isn't like my favorite Sonic game ever, obviously, I know, shocker. But, so I don't play this often, so coming back to this, I was kind of surprised how tough and challenging the platforming can be. Like right here, like the fireballs and everything, I'm really careful because I don't want to get hit and lose all my rings. Gonna have to drop all my rings, and the stage isn't over yet. Like, we're still gonna go down underground again, as I'm going right now, and again, collect all the rings you can. Collect 100 rings and I can get an extra life, which I'm going to need because the game does get a lot harder. Anyway, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Anyway, just give me a second right here. I'm going to pause the game real quick. Okay, so we're back underground, and again, 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the level, and again, this is pretty long. This is pretty, as I said, the wake-up call, so that's enough about that. I grab invincibility and, can just run fast and ignore stuff, and that's cool, but I still gotta wait for this, so meh. Anyway, so the plot of this game, I kind of touched upon earlier briefly when I was talking in part 1, but pretty much, we're Sonic, ow, I could have gotten crushed there, by the way. We're Sonic, we're trying to save the world from Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik, whatever you call him. Again, he's collecting innocent animals and putting them to power his robots and whatever, and he wants to conquer the world, and we're gonna stop him. And, Sonic wants to, it's kind of like a nature versus industry and type of plot, which, Sonic is protecting nature. Eggman doesn't care about that. He just wants to rule the world, and so whatever, he's going to destroy the trees, he's going to destroy all the locations, and as we go along, a game kind of does a good job of showing that, where the areas kind of get a bit more mechanical and whatnot. Like, the first 2 areas right here are pretty natural. Spring Yard and, no, not Spring Yard, Marble and Green Hill, pretty natural, pretty, you know, untouched areas where we start off, but later on we're gonna see like more mechanical type areas, more factories, kind of like that, stuff like that. Stuff that was kind of like man-made rather than just existed before. But yeah, so again, nature versus factory, or something, nature versus something. I can't word. But, so yeah, let me know what you think of this. Oh god, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Don't want to lose. I want to collect all the special... Oh god, oh god. I'm not the biggest fan of these special stages because they're pretty tricky sometimes. But I actually like them more than like the upcoming game, Sonic 2, and other games. So I don't think they're the worst thing ever, but when I'm usually playing Sonic games, I don't go for the special stage. I just go from like point A to point B and just keep playing the game. Cause you know, I just want a platform. I don't want to do these mini games that, you know, they're fine, they're playable, they're totally fine, but meh, not a fan. Anyway, we're on Marble Zone Act 3 now. So again, like Green Hill Zone, this is the final level. There won't be a goalpost at the end of this. There's gonna be a traditional boss fight. So you know. So by the way, interesting point. You can only enter special stages in the first 2 acts because, you know, at the end of the 3rd act you fight Eggman and you just hit the roboticizer to free the animals. So there's no big ring to enter where you can enter a special stage and get a chance at getting the Chaos Emerald. So only the first 2 acts of a particular zone are where you can collect the emeralds. So, you know, you have limited chances. This game only has 6 zones, so that's 12 attempts at a special stage. And I think at the final zone you can't even enter, like the first 2 acts of the final zone, you can't get a special stage there. Not sure though, to be honest. Haven't reached that part yet. But if that is the case, yeah, again, even less attempts, and oh god. Again, this is why people don't like Marble Zone. It's a pretty slow zone. Like, I'm just doing nothing. Waiting, and I'll finally I can jump and move on with the level, and it's filled with a lot of that. And also parts like this where spikes everywhere and kind of be safe with your platforming. Gotta be kind of quick, and if I'm quick here, I can get another extra life. I like that about this series. Again, a lot of moments like that where there are extra paths that not everyone is gonna see. Obviously, careful here. Want to get out of there before that crushes me, because crushing is a thing in this game. So. Again, lots of spikes, lots of. Again, this is not that natural. I just mentioned that there's a pretty natural area, but I think all these spikes and all these metal contraptions were placed by someone here. And careful with your platforming. Easily get hit, easily fall down. I think if you fall down, you have to redo a part of the level or something like that. But yeah, all these underground sections, it was pretty obvious that like Eggman was here, and he kind of put all his spikes and his enemies and whatnot here. So. Again, kind of digging into the theme that I was talking about earlier. But anyway, now for the boss. This is a trickier boss. Again, Eggman, jump into him 8 times. That's the key to all the boss fights. But for this one, he just flies around over the 2 platforms and just drops a fireball. So when he drops it, it spreads on the platform you're on. So don't be on it. Jump away. And obviously don't want to fall into the middle. But again, pretty safe. Not that hard. Not that hard at all. I think it's a pretty easy fight. But it could catch you off guard if you get nervous or whatnot. But anyway, that was the 2nd zone. And as we conclude the 2nd zone, we also conclude the 2nd part of Sonic 1. So, yeah, we conclude Marble Zone. Come back for part 3 when we do the next zone.